girls and guys. In this video I'm going to show you how to tune your foil. I'm going to explain you what is important in tuning your foil and using your foil, and I'm going to do it using the Futurefly Foil Master Kit, which we created especially for this. So basically there's two ways of playing with the tuning of your foil. The first way is the angle of attack, which is the angle between the front wing and the back wing, and we're going to talk about it later. And the second way is playing with the angle of your mast, which basically puts your nose higher or your nose lower while sailing. So to be able to tune your foil, you basically need to use shims. You need to use shims in your foil box, and you need to use shims on your back wing, even the front wing possibly. Since the angles, a very small angle, even 0.3 of a degree already makes a huge difference in terms of changing the wings, we created the Foil Master Kit, which helps you measure correctly and accurately your angle of attack. So let's go ahead and unbox the Foil Master Kit, and I'm going to show you how to measure your foil, how to use this kit to be able to get the maximum performance of your foil. So let me unbox this thing for you. Comes in a cool bag. And what do we have here? We have the both wing clippers, we have a box of shims, and we have the electronic angle measurer. It has a magnet which will magnet into the wing clippers. These are the Futurefly foil shims, and you have from 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 millimeters. These shims are really strong. They are made from ABS material, which is super strong and it's not going to squish. And here we have the wing clippers. Let's just open the tape for a moment. So this is where the angle measurer is magneting, and you have an adjustable measurer for the wing. It shows where to place the clipper on the leading edge and where to place it on the trailing edge, and it's adjustable, so you can use any wing that you want, almost any wing size that you want. And of course you have the same tool for the back wing as well, so you can place the two clippers at the same time on the front wing and the back wing, which makes it much easier to measure the angle of attack. So let's start with the front wing. So you take the clipper. It's really important to see that where is the leading edge and where is the trailing edge. So the leading edge of the wing is the front of the wing, and the trailing edge is the sharp part on the back of the wing. So it's important that the part which is moving, you also have a sign here, goes on the leading edge, because obviously the leading edge has an angle, so to be able for it to sit perfectly, you use it with this side, and you slide or you open or you adjust. You slide it on the wing, and then you can basically tighten it until it sits really tight. It's important that this sits tight and it moves as little as possible. Of course, don't overkill it, but you feel that it's steady. And then we go to the back wing, doing the same thing. So you put it as close to the fuselage as possible, and you tighten it. You don't overkill it, but again, tighten it until you feel that it's steady. Now we see that it's steady. One important thing is that all this measurement is really gentle. We are talking about like professional guys are feeling 0.3 degrees. So if there's a 0.3 degree difference between the last time you foiled and this time you foiled, you could already see and feel the difference. So all this measurement is very delicate, and it's best to put the foil board and the wings in a place that they don't move too much, or don't move at all actually. So what is important to know is that different settings of the angle of attack work in different conditions. So this is what this tool is for. It's to be able to reproduce the angle which worked for you in this certain condition. So you don't have to look for it all the time because, again, very little angle makes a very big difference. So basically the point is to have a few setups for each conditions and to know the angle that you need in each condition so you can be able to reproduce it and go, with no fear, knowing that you're going to be stable and happy. It's a very frustrating situation that you start going like a dolphin. When you basically on foiling, when you start going like a dolphin, it means that your angle of attack is not working well, something is wrong. And with this tool, you basically can measure perfectly the angle that you need and go out on the water and get the best performance. So you place the angle measurer on the clipper and you zero it, so you have 0 on the clipper, and then you simply take the measurer and you put it on your back wing. So here we have 2.3 degrees, and this is basically the angle of attack of this foil. It is recommended to repeat this action 3 or 4 times and to basically take the average of the measurements that you got, because we are talking very little degrees and every movement is changing the degree. So just to do a couple of times to make the perfect average of the measurements that you did. So basically what we do, or what the professionals are doing, is we go out on the water once we find a nice setting of the back wing, because most of the foils you are able to change the angle of the back wing. You find a nice setting, you go out, you measure it, and then you do, you have yourself a couple of settings for every spot that you go, because in waves it's different, the same angle that you used in flat water might not work in waves, and so on. And then you have yourself a base for whichever conditions you go on, you know which measurement you need to have the perfect setting, and it's actually much safer as well. Another play with the foil, which is a very important game, is the angle of the mast inside the board, which actually helps putting the nose high or putting the nose lower, right? And the way you measure it is also with this measurer. You basically put the measurer on the board, you zero it, and then you try to find a flat spot on the fuselage. In this fuselage, which is super round, you put it here. And the important thing is to put it every time on the same place on the fuselage and see the angle. Now, once you change the angle, for example, I put my mast back, which ultimately is supposed to lift my nose a little bit higher while riding, then I can see that the angle is different. And this is the way to measure the angle of the mast as well. To be able to play with the angle of the mast, we are using this set of foil shims. You have different thickness of shims, and you basically put it in between the foil base and the foil box. So get your Foil Master kit. You can get it at selected Future Fly dealers or via our website, and take your foiling to the next level.